Welcome to the River House. We're back. Summer season is over and we have been working on things. Working on a lot of things actually, though not filming them because I forgot. So you might notice from the incredibly sexy background that we are upstairs in the actual River House itself in the storage area. And I've got a tremendous amount of crap downstairs and it needs a place to go. And I would like to have an area where I could begin stockpiling like house fixtures and things, you know, as we buy them so that they're ready for the actual house construction, which means that I need to more efficiently store the crap that I already have. And that's what we've been doing up here. These are some metal racks. Came from Ernst Hardware. That might be a blast from the past for some of you. They were at my Uncle Jim's. He'd never used them. They're kind of rotted out, but they'll work fine for up here. Problem is they were 5 feet wide, so I've had to cut all of them down narrower because that was just too big, and then build plywood platforms for the top of them. So I'd like to get all the rest of this stuff organized. That goes to the dump, and just more concisely, because I got more stuff to come up here. I got a pair of Army truck tires that need to come up here. The new replacement rubber will last forever as long as it's, you know, as long as it's not outside. I got the four-wheeler up here. I got the motorcycle up here. It's getting to be a bit crowded. But look at the masterpiece that Shay and I constructed outside. Ready for your billy goat gruff, or as a home for your bridge torrel, we have got our very own walkway. So now, I just unload, as opposed to trying to hike them up the foldable attic stairs, which has been dang near suicidal. This is built from the best and most luxurious of salvaged garbage. The main stringers are from that ferry we took apart. Of course, there was only about 10 feet of good wood on each one. So I have got, splicing it together in the middle, picnic table benches. Yeah. 2x10 picnic table benches that we have pulled apart and salvaged. The same ones that are actually make up part of the deck right here. And then it has a pier down there to help just hold everything up. Works great. You know, originally I was using it without the pier in there, and there was a bit of a trampoline aspect to it, but now she's just rock solid. The only weird bit is it's about a ½ inch tip to one side, because in order to make it level up here, we had to make it unlevel out there. So there she is. There she is in her glorious perfection. I'm available to put a bridge in your town anytime after, 2021. But yeah, let's just keep going. My wife is freaking out that I didn't bother to put the insulation back up when I did all this. I can't seem to convince her that I don't give a crap about any of it. She's like, oh, we can put sheetrock up. No. You can put sheetrock up, but we are doing nothing. So I'm just going to stick these pieces so they don't bump into them and get fiberglass and rat crap in my hair as I work. Otherwise, we're just going to go. You know, as far as the support structure downstairs, that whole run is a massive span. So we want to try to avoid keeping a lot of weight over into that corner over there. So if it's going to support a decent amount of weight, it needs to be along this side over here. So the goal is to, you know, get the light stuff inserted over there and along this run, and then leave room for the heavier stuff like Army truck tires and whatnot. I had to cut these down shorter, and so I have got, I don't know, 24 inch tall, the little risers, and look at that weld job. Look at that. That is the finest of $99 Harbor Freight wire feed welder right there. Yeah, it's pretty good. But I can weld those up and make 2 little short ones, which I fully plan on doing. And I think I'll probably leave them the full 5 foot, and then I can put them in this span right here, which will allow me to stack under and on top of it. Though it's pretty, I don't know. Maybe I'll cut them down narrow. If the 5 feet's just too wide, I might cut them down narrower and set them along here. But again, I can't keep a lot of weight out there. It's like that little square game. You move the squares around and you try to solve the maze. Only imagine instead of squares, it's garbage. And imagine instead of a maze, it's a building full of rat shit. That's what I'm doing. Later, if I get it all done, I got a trailer full of heavy rocks to unload, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll go up and blast. I haven't even looked at the house hole. Welcome back. Ew, pretty. Oh, I got all the insulation tucked up using these very custom strips of old bathroom shower stall sliced into pieces. At least I don't bunk my head on it. I mean, I got the other side to do, but good enough. I got this next section here painted. I'm only really doing that for 2 reasons. First, it dramatically improves the amount of light up here. Dramatically improves, especially when yours truly went ahead and used online black Viz Queen to line the sidewalls. So I'd turned it into a dungeon. So that's cool. You know, the silver insulation, or at least what's left of it, that helps getting it back up as well. But also, it it takes care of a lot of the smell. I'm not saying it's gone, but now it smells like paint, and that's a tremendous improvement. By the way, this is some really cool paint. It's a custom mix. Custom mix. The color is called, shoot, what was it? All the paint I found at the dump this year mixed together, beige, I think. There's a color code. You can dump beige. They'll probably know what they mean. But yeah, that's what it is. I have, I don't know, maybe another inch left in that bucket, so not much. I have 1 more gallon of pink, but I'll probably pass. This is a spot had a serious water leak that we've got fixed, and so this floor was all crumbly, and I just extra thick right there and let it soak in, and you can see roller marks, and I don't care. So yeah, gotta wait for this to dry up a bit, and we can keep moving stuff over onto the racks. You notice I got those 2 love seats. That'll make a great project to get into. I've never done reupholstery, but both of those need a few little wooden pieces manufactured from scraps, and I have a whole bunch of really, oh dear, I just noticed the legs are different heights on that one. I have a whole bunch of some really vintage oak that we can kind of carve up and get in place, and then I think the other one is a cherry with a walnut stain, so I don't know, where the little back resty things, the ears pop out. It's missing 2 rosettes on each side, but I got the other side there, and I can probably copy it. Anyways, that's an idea. All the leftover overstock from when we ran the Granary Gallery store, all the crap we didn't sell, running the store when we were doing the tour company. I got that entire thing of zippers and stuff. I have no idea why I kept them. I got lots of nylon webbing and bazillions of these, like 20 pounds of those, and I figured someday I could probably put those on the internet, you know, on eBay, 25 cents a piece, groups of 4. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it's worth my time. So I'm just hanging on to them right now. I got this whole package of hose here. They're each about 12 feet long. Super tough. It's an inverse flare. My goal is to purchase inverse to NPT adapters and then use them as air hoses. Just super tough air hoses. I'm not sure what it is. We think it's a military surplus, like water heater, like tent water heaters. So they'd have a boiler outside and you could pipe. We're not sure what it is. But yeah, that's what I got done. So this is going to need another hour or so, and then I can begin packing stuff up from down below. It won't be hard in an hour or so, but I don't care. So it'll be good enough. So maybe what I'm going to do now is, I don't know, I might run the power cords up to the house site. That'll take me some time. I put them all away in the summer while I was gone because, you know, it's like 200 feet of number 8 wire. You're going to see that at a swap meet if I didn't pick it up. So I can run those back up and get that all set to go. And then I can come down and keep doing this. If anybody wants this lovely armchair, comes complete with no cushion and an entire family of mice. Oh, mice, 0. Okay, so right before I left, I did a video. I'll just show you this disgusting morass. I did a video where somebody had sent me a rolling log trap and asked if I would try it out. That's a mixture of used antifreeze with a little motor oil in it, because that was what was in the antifreeze, so that it doesn't stink, but they couldn't climb out. Anyways. Oh yeah. Yeah. There are no mice in the building. And looking from some of the lumps, there's a pack rat or 2 in there as well. There are no mice in the building. There is 1 mouse in a snap trap up top, and 2 of the mouse traps have been set off in the corner with nothing in them. But there's nothing in the flip lever trap. There's all the rest of the traps are still baited. This thing worked a treat. So I'm going to put together a video on that. I left the motion camera, so we'll get to see how it all went down. But considering it's still baited. But anyways, I need to dig a deep hole somewhere, dump all that in, and then I got some nice fresh antifreeze. I hate this, right? Because that's death for dogs and cats. This is getting away with it because it's got a nasty layer of oil on top. But I'd like to put it up on one of those shelves up there so the dog can't get to it, and just put regular antifreeze in it, just so it's not a household pet death machine, and then we'll be good to go. Boom! This is taking so much longer than it should. I welded up my bits and pieces and I made 2 more shelves. I sure wish that one was slightly taller, tall enough to get that 4-wheeler underneath it sideways, but that's fine. I put up my scraps up there and then painted them so that just reflect a little more light, and obviously I got more of this floor section painted. Nice. Very nice. And by very nice I mean it's really basically crap piled with more crap, but I got room. Still got to get that thing out. Very nice. Okay. I also went and picked apples off the apple trees. I suspect it's because we planted all those little ones. It triggered some other apple trees that were kind of didn't realize they were apple trees to go crazy, including one the neighbor said, and of course he's lived out here
basically his whole life. He'd never realized it was an apple tree. He'd never seen apples on it. So I suspect it's just having all that extra pollen out and about is what finally prompted it to bloom out. But there's one on the other side of the road that is just heaped. It's just, of course, it's like 4 feet from the edge of the highway. So not only am I probably going to lose that monster when they widen the road, which is a shame because it is a producer, but it's kind of a death trap to harvest. I just use the big pole and get what I can from the back. But anyways, I got a whole bunch of transparents. One of the trees that we planted, despite its small size, produced a whole bunch of nice big apples. They're not my favorite kind. They're Danny's. I like a juicy sweet. I like a golden delicious. Those all-time favorite as far as I'm concerned. But whatever. I didn't pay for them, and I got, I don't know, 8-9 gallons. So hooray for me. But I think I'm done for the night. The drawbridge here. Yeah, so hey, from all of us out here at the River House to anybody who's still watching, we appreciate you having us in your homes. Oh, what a beautiful mountain. The smoke is from some prescribed burns, so nothing to worry about.